In the meantime, the Trump administration is suing the U.S. District Court of Maryland and all of the federal judges on Maryland's federal bench over immigration efforts. The Department of Justice alleges the order is judicial overreach, in their opinion, and interferes, they say, with executive action. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost breaks down the lawsuit.
As President Donald Trump continues to make immigration a cornerstone of his administration, this lawsuit, the latest escalation of tension over how quickly migrants can be deported. The Department of Justice filing the suit on behalf of the Department of Homeland Security against all trial judges on Maryland's federal bench. It was filed in Baltimore federal court. The lawsuit centers around an order issued last month from Chief Judge George Russell that says the Trump administration cannot deport someone after they request to have their detention reviewed by a judge. It's called a habeas corpus petition. The lawsuit argues the court order violates a U.S. Supreme Court precedent. In the suit, the DOJ says removals can take months of sensitive diplomacy to arrange, and a delay can undo all those arrangements and require months of additional work before removal can be attempted again.
Isn't that the whole point of our three branches of government, is to have a separation of powers and have different branches that actually have the ability to overrule it? And here you have the executive branch saying, well, we said it, so it is so. And that's quite the opposite of how our system of governance is designed to function.
Baltimore area trial attorney Kurt Nachman says not only does he have legal questions about the case, but questions about who will represent the judges if the lawsuit moves forward.
So normally, if a judge is sued in his individual capacity, meaning, judges own homes, they have a contractor, they have a breach of contract lawsuit, they would hire their own attorney. In this situation, they're being sued in their official capacity, so typically the U.S. Attorney's Office would do it. I'm not sure that any judge who's being sued by the executive branch is going to want an employee of the executive branch representing them, because to me, it appears to be a conflict of interest.
Fox 45 News reached out to the Department of Justice asking that question, but did not get a clear answer. The order at the center of the lawsuit came after the Trump administration deported Kilmar Abrego Garcia to El Salvador. Abrego Garcia's case continues to play out in a Maryland federal court, and the judge overseeing that case is named in the lawsuit brought by the DOJ. The lawsuit comes as the Trump administration continues to double down on a campaign promise from the president of mass deportations. But Nachman says he's just not sure this lawsuit is the best way to accomplish that goal.
If the Trump administration wanted to expedite removal proceedings and deportation, all they simply have to do is staff up ICE and the immigration courts to provide those individuals expedient due process. But that's not what's really happening.
In a statement, the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the standing order in question flouts congressional intent, adding, the American people elected President Trump to carry out his policy agenda. This pattern of judicial overreach undermines the democratic process and cannot be allowed to stand. In Baltimore, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.